Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. All right. And before we begin, let me hear you now. Are we ready for the wedding of Courtney and David? Yes. There we go. All right. Now we're good. All right. And are you two ready?
Yes.
All right. Good afternoon, friends and family. It's a joy to welcome all of you on this absolutely stunning fall day to celebrate the love that Courtney and David have discovered in each other and to support the commitment that they're about to make. Now, all of you here are part of the reasons that their relationship has strengthened and grown and led to this very moment. So on their behalf, thank you all for being with us today. Now, our lives crisscross in pretty amazing ways that sometimes seem haphazard. But when the time is right, the universe will arrange for our paths to cross, just as David's and Courtney's did when they each showed up to attend an organized group hike in Durham, North Carolina. This was in April 2019. Now, that's when David spied Courtney and introduced himself, striking up a conversation. This was before the group went on their hike. Now, they kind of went their own ways, but then as luck would have it, another group hike was scheduled on an upcoming weekend, and according to the online sign-up page, David could see that Courtney registered for that next hike. And wouldn't you know it, David decided he was going on that hike too.
I'm not surprised.
I love it. Now, as the hikers arrived that day, Courtney this time kicked off a chat with David, and let's just say the two of them hit it off. And as easy conversation flowed over that next hour, they enjoyed the hike together. Now, not long afterwards, David would get Courtney's phone number and set up a first date to go axe throwing. Apparently at first, though, Courtney wasn't sure, is this a date or is this not a date? Now I think we know the answer. And from there, a love bloomed and life together blossomed. Adventures were had, a loving home established, and a beautiful marriage proposal happened last summer at the beach in Corolla, where with his maternal grandmother's heirloom engagement ring, David asked Courtney to share forever with him. Now, Courtney and David, in your time together, you built a strong foundation on what truly matters. You've taken the time to learn what makes the other person smile, what makes them laugh, and how to best support each other when life is less than simple. Now, that care also holds true in support of what's important to one another, from keeping beloved kitty Addie loved and well cared for, to ensuring that there's space in the fridge for David's 2 to 5 dozen eggs. I don't know where you find room for that, but. Now, you've welcomed each other's families and friends and joined them with warmth and enthusiasm. And together, you built a new village with your love, and you've worked every day to support this village as it changes and grows. Now, David and Courtney, you now stand exactly where you were meant to be, pledging your hearts in marriage, surrounded by love. Now, here shortly, David and Courtney will exchange their wedding rings. Now, by itself, a wedding ring holds great meaning of an everlasting commitment. However, before exchanging these physical manifestations of a lifelong love, Courtney and David have decided to hold a ring-warming ceremony. So as we continue throughout the ceremony, their wedding rings will be passed person by person, row to row, and then we invite you to spend a few seconds in reflection. And once those rings reach you, say a silent wish or prayer for our couple and warm their rings with your love. Now, as we continue today's celebration, we'll take a moment to reflect on love with an excerpt from The Art of Marriage by Wilfred Arlen Peterson. Now, happiness in marriage is not something that just happens. A good marriage must be created. Because in marriage, the little things are really the big things. It's never being too old to hold hands. It's remembering to say, I love you, at least once a day. I recommend more. It's standing together, just as you are, hand in hand, to face the world. It's doing things for each other, not in the attitude of duty or sacrifice, but in the spirit of joy. And it's speaking words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude in thoughtful ways. It's not looking for perfection in each other. It's cultivating flexibility, patience, understanding, and a sense of humor. And it's not only marrying the right partner, it's being the right partner and discovering what marriage can be at its absolute best. Now, David and Courtney, with this wisdom and your love in mind, we've come to the part of your ceremony where we'll seal one chapter of your relationship with questions that will lead us into the next with your declaration of intent. And David, I'll begin with you. And after I ask you these questions, if you'll respond with a very happy, I do. David, do you welcome Courtney as your wife, offering your love and respect, your trust and encouragement as together you create your future?
I do.
And Courtney, do you welcome David as your husband, offering your love and respect, your trust and encouragement as together you create your future?
I do.
Great. And now, in preparation for today's ceremony, I asked Courtney and David in confidence what they love about each other, why they want to marry one another, and what they're looking forward to in this next chapter in their relationship. And now they will each hear what the other person said. Courtney, there are so many characteristics that David loves about you, including your compassionate and caring nature. Your support of David in his endeavors never wavers, and he loves how thoughtful and truly kind that you are. Now, David's marrying you for all of those reasons, but more than that, Courtney, you're his partner. You're a companion that he looks forward to growing with and going through all of life's adventures with. Building a home and creating your own traditions are among what David looks forward to in your marriage, as well as starting a family while continuing to travel and experience all of life together. And David, among what Courtney loves about you is your grounding presence. You encourage her to step outside of her comfort zone, and she loves your silliness and that you make her laugh. She appreciates that you see the people and things that she loves, and you love them just as much. Courtney's marrying you for all of those reasons, and because your support and encouragement of her are unmatched. You see her big emotions and you validate them, and you make her feel like she can absolutely be her truest self. Continuing to enjoy your lives together, just as you're doing now, is among what Courtney looks forward to in your marriage, as well as supporting each other's dreams, building a family, and experiencing new places, and just continuing to celebrate all of life together. Now, Courtney and David, the vows that you're about to exchange will serve as a verbal representation of the love that you promise to each other. But it's not the words that you speak today that will unite you together, but the inner sense of love and commitment that each of you feels within your heart and soul. So as you gaze lovingly at each other, you'll share your vows to one another. And Courtney, I believe you wanted to go first.
I, Courtney, take you, David Andrew, to be my partner in life and my one true love. I will cherish our friendship and love you today, tomorrow, and forever. Together we will seek new adventures, explore new paths, and make memories that fill our hearts. I will honor and trust you, laugh with you in moments of joy, and comfort you in times of sorrow. Sorry. I will love you faithfully through the best and the worst, just as you have loved me. In the races we face, both in life and your triathlons, I will be by your side, cheering you on, even at 4 a.m., and sharing every victory and challenge. Whatever may come, I will always be there as I give you my hand to hold. I also give you my life to keep, today and always.
Beautiful. Thank you.
I, David, take you, Courtney Lynn, to be my partner in life and my one true love. I will cherish our friendship and love you today, tomorrow, and forever. Together we will seek new adventures, explore new paths, and make memories that fill our hearts. I will honor and trust you, laugh with you in moments of joy, and comfort you in times of sorrow. I will love you faithfully through the best and the worst, just as you love me and as we love Addie, who will always be part of our family. I promise to support you, encourage and inspire you to build your dreams. Whatever may come, I will always be there. As I give you my hand to hold, I also give you my life to keep, today and always.
Beautiful. Thank you. Now, before we exchange your rings, remember that your wedding rings will be an outward symbol of your commitment and love. Let your rings also be a sign that love has substance as well as soul, a present as well as a past, and that despite its occasional sorrows, love is a circle of happiness, wonder, and delight. All right, and David, if you'll hold on to Courtney's ring, and if you'll place the ring halfway on her left ring finger, and pause to repeat after me as you gaze into her eyes. Okay. Courtney, I give you this ring
Courtney, I give you this ring
as a symbol of my love,
as a symbol of my love,
and with the promise
and with the promise
to love you today,
to love you today,
tomorrow,
tomorrow,
always,
always,
and forever.
and forever.
Go ahead and slide that all the way on. Perfect. All right. And Courtney, if you'll place the ring halfway on David's left ring finger and repeat after me, please. David, I give you this ring
David, I give you this ring
as a symbol of my love,
as a symbol of my love,
and with the promise
and with the promise
to love you today,
to love you today,
tomorrow,
tomorrow,
always,
always,
and forever.
and forever.
Go ahead and slide that on. Now, David and Courtney, your wedding day is one that often seems to fly by. It's filled with emotions, friends, rings, dances, and many people remember how fleeting their own wedding day was. So I want you two to take a few seconds as you look into each other's eyes and think about the happiness that you're feeling in this place, in this very moment in time. And let that feeling register in your hearts and minds. And now if you'll pause and turn and look out at your loved ones who are here with you today, always remember that they are here to support your dreams, your goals, your marriage, this next chapter in your love story. Now, Courtney and David, I would ask that you always treat yourself and each other with respect, and remind yourselves often of the love that has brought you here today. Give the highest priority to the tenderness, gentleness, and the kindness that your marriage deserves. And when frustration and difficulty assail your marriage, as they do to every relationship at one time or another, focus on that part that seems right and not just that part that seems wrong. This way, when clouds of trouble hide the sun in your lives and you lose sight of it for just a moment, you can remember the sun is always still there. Now, David and Courtney, by the love that has brought you here today, by the vows and rings that you've exchanged in the presence of all of your loved ones here today, it is my honor and delight to pronounce you husband and wife. You may seal your marriage with a kiss. And if you'll turn and grab your bouquet. And if you will face all of our honored guests. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce to you for the very first time as newlyweds, Courtney and David. Also,